Hey everybody, Wendy Klinke with Blue Cat Studio. I teach paint parties, and today we're going to do a quick Christmas in July demo. I've got a wooden cutout, and it can be either a snowman or a pumpkin. Today we're going to go with a snowman thing. So I've started with a big, I think it's a 2-inch or so brush, grab some white paint, and I'm just going to get a real quick kind of base coating on this guy here. Since we've got all of 30 minutes to make this happen, I'm going to be going lightning round here. So, the first base coating, maybe not the prettiest, but that's okay, right? We're just going to get that paint on. Again, I want you to be able to see what we can do in 30 minutes. So fall is coming. It's pretty hot out right now, but boy, when we go back indoors, you're wondering what to do. Think of having a paint party. What a great way to celebrate the end or the coming end of the pandemic. A way to get everybody back together, to hang out, spend some quality time doing something interesting and fun. So we do corporate events here at Blue Cat Studio, church groups, ladies' nights, birthday parties for kids. We do it all. Whatever your imagination can dream up, we can do it. We've even done the Montclair Ladies' Night Out, only we ended up doing, we did an in-person one. And then we've also done a virtual paint party. So if you're still not super excited about mixing around with folks, then you don't have to, right? Okay, now that we've got a nice base coat, I'm gonna knock everything over first, some Bahama Blue. And I tend to use the Deco Art Americana paints because they have really great coverage. Now this brush is just a little bit big. I think I'm going to set it aside. Hopefully I remember to stick it in the water to rinse it. Now I'm going to go kind of with a slightly smaller brush, a 1-inch. I'm going to grab some of that white and begin to just kind of take some blue around the outside of that. And blue kind of around the outside here. I'm kind of mixing the blue and the white. And what that does is it starts to add the roundness and the sort of that snow tone of this cute little guy here. You could also make it a warm tone snowman, but I'm feeling the cool tones today, especially because it's been so hot recently. Getting that blue kind of around the base. And if you want to comment or say hi as you pop on and see this, go ahead. You may need to click the little link that says I'm live on StreamYard so that I can actually see your name. All right, here we go. Just getting that little bit there. Okay, so can you see how we've now got kind of a nice, I'm going to amp up the blue at the bottom since that's kind of the base. There we go. And so I could come to you and do this very paint party. I would bring all the supplies, which includes the brushes, the easels as necessary, obviously the base things, the paints, the aprons, the instruction. We do it all when you have me come and do an in-person paint party. Try and make it as easy and manageable for you as possible. Now, I'm feeling like I don't have the best coating here, so I'm just going to come in right in the middle and add a little bit more white. Oh, shoot, I'm going with all the brushes. Hey, who's a little bit of a ditz? That'd be me. Hey there, Holly. Thanks for joining. It's good to see you, my friend. All right, here we go. Oh, is this cooling you down just watching? I know. Always good to get a little bit of that snowy feeling, especially if you're a woman of middle age like myself who has her own internal heat things and can't always regulate. Little snowman just kind of brings it all down, brings it all back in perspective. So again, I'm just getting a little second coating here in the white because it's a bit transparent for my taste. I really want that to be a nice solid coat. Bloop. All right. Looks good. All right, I'm going to go ahead and since we're short on time, this is a 30-minute slot. We're trying to go like speed round. I'm going to use my hairdryer just to give it a little leg up. So again, I do corporate parties, we do in-person, church groups, birthday parties, all the fun stuff. And I also do a lot of online tutorials if you are interested in following my page, Blue Cat Studio Art on Facebook. I do try and come on weekly to do tutorials and all the things. So you'll learn a few tips and tricks and all kinds of fun stuff. All right, I'm going to grab a smaller brush. It's kind of a, where are we at? There we go. It's got multiple cameras going, I get confused. But, all right, whatever, I can't do this. Me and my too many cameras. So I'm gonna grab some Canyon Orange. And that is a Deco Art Americana. It's a very warm orange. Hi, Cindy. Thanks for joining us. And you're in Alexandria. Yeah, I know. I'm seriously like, please, fall, hurry up. So I'm just going to grab some of that Canyon Orange. We're going to make this a happy snowman. And we're just going to give him a big old carrot nose that pops out here like so. It's much easier when you're doing it right on top of that white base coat we just put in. Now what you could do is I could have primed this thing with some gesso, which would have made it all go a little bit smoother here. But I wanted to show you what it'd be like from the get-go and see if we couldn't get the whole thing done more or less in 30 minutes. So since he doesn't have a hat, and I absolutely love hats, I did make him a little fleecy one. It's a no-sew. I just, cut a triangle and tied it together. And I can do another tutorial on that if you guys are interested. But today is really more about painting. Now I got way too much orange and my brush is full of stuff, so I'm just going to offload it on a random scrap book I have floating around here. Rinse my brush. And as always, when you rinse your brush, you want to make sure that you dry it off. That way you're not dragging any extra pigment or water around as you go. So let's go ahead and, oh, he needs a little necktie, doesn't he? Should we do it in red? I'm thinking red. I'm really thinking red. So I could do green, but I'm thinking red. So I'm going to go with the Tuscan Red. Oh, where's the camera? There it is. Tuscan Red from Deco Art Americana. And it's a really bright, happy, kind of Christmassy red. And I'm going to stay with this round brush that I was using. We're going to go ahead and just kind of plop it right here. We could just as easily do this on canvas. Sometimes the wood cutouts limit us just a little bit because I can't paint arms on him and I got to keep his little necktie inside his body here. But at the same time, how much fun would it be to staple a little string on this and hang this guy on your door when you're feeling the holiday mood? So I think we'll add a little knot right here and then maybe kind of a tie that comes down. Excuse me while I step half off camera. Painting stuff sideways is a little bit wacky sometimes. There we go. And then another one. So Cindy, are you having a good craft fair? Enjoying all the posts that are coming up or seeing anything that's of interest to you? How about you, Holly? All right, there we go. So since this is wet, I'm gonna just kind of, again, get the excess paint off on my little funky book here. I don't really feel like I need to rinse it just yet. Oops, but I do need more white paint. This snowman is very white paint intensive, but I'm gonna grab a little bit of white over here. It might get smidges of pink. I wanna just add kind of some highlights across the top. Again, with that little bit of white. Little bits along here, a little bit here along the knot, a little bit here. We'll come down, a little bit of highlight there, a little bit of highlight there. And because we've got a pretty solid base of white, that doesn't really look pink while it is coming out kind of pinkish. The brain doesn't necessarily register that. It just registers multiple tones of red. I love how color can play tricks on the brain. Alrighty, so now we've got a cute little necktie on him. Kind of loving it. Go ahead and offload some more paint. while I let the sky dry. So I also, as I do these paintings, especially when I'm working with you in person, because we're not going to have hair dryers, I really try to be as strategic as possible in terms of, you know, working our way across and through the painting so that while we're working on one section, another section will have a chance to dry. Oh, wow. Hello, everybody. I'm like all doing my thing, and then I see all these great comments. So yeah, let's get crafty. Hey, Angel. I know, seriously, Cindy, some real craft shows in the fall are going to be amazing. I really, really am looking forward to it. So I'm going to grab some black now. Well, I don't tend to use black. I mean, when a snowman's got some coal, he needs some black. So we're going to grab a little bit of black, same on that kind of round brush. I'm just going to do a couple of little circles. Oof. That was a little messier than I'd hoped. Now I'm going to keep these kind of rough, bumpy circles with kind of a couple of angles on them. I don't want them perfectly round because I don't know about you, but last time I bought a bag of charcoal briquettes, what, like a week ago? They weren't round. They got little edges and squares and lumps. So these are our little lumpsicle here. I think that's enough for there. And then we'll do some smaller ones for his little mouth. This is not the right brush, let me tell you what. Let's go smaller. I'm just not having the kind of control I want on that. So we'll go with a slightly, nope, that's not smaller. Hey, Wendy. Okay, here we go, smaller. It's not quite as fat, you can see that. And here we go, yeah. I mean, it wasn't like significantly smaller, because again, we're still kind of doing the lightning round here. I got to get this snowman done enough in 30 minutes so you can see it and have fun. And of course, this will be available for replay. So if anytime you want to just bring it up and start painting, by all means you can. Pretty easy. You draw yourself 3 stacked circles and then follow along, right? All right, he's a happy little dude. And now, because I do plan on putting a hat on him, if I get these eyes right from sideways, I'm just going to do a simple kind of, almost like his eyes are closed and he's smiling. That works for me. All right, rinsing while offloading the brush, and then I'm going to rinse. From here, we're going to grab a little bit of brown. You can use a Deco Art Americana chocolate brown or burnt sienna, any of those things. I'm just going to grab the closest thing I can find. And 10 times too much. I'm going to go down a size on brushes again. I know I put it in my mouth so bad. This is more of a liner brush because I want to be able to do details. So we'll come in and kind of go around this carrot. And I love that it's still wet. So kind of creating an outline, but then also kind of doing little chunks in. Can you guys see that okay? I think you can. So little lines that kind of come across. So it's sort of like not a baby carrot, but a real for realsy carrot that came out of the dirt. I mean, not the baby carrots didn't come out of the dirt, but they've been like peeled and made tiny and cute and all the things. And we're going for some for realsy carrot here. So just using that brown to kind of give an outline. And then if it seems too light, you can just kind of add a little bit more, especially at the bottom. Get some of those lines in there. All right, so now he's got his cute little nose. It looks semi-realistic. Perfect. Offload that paint before I rinse my brush. Now that it's rinsing, grabbing the paper towel, drying it off, because of course, that's how we do. That's how we preserve our stuff. All right, so again, I've still got the cute turquoise hat that goes here. So I think our color themes here today are going to be turquoise and red. Now I'd like to add some further details here. So I'm going to grab, oh, I do have some white left. Good. Let's see. Do I have? Getting like harebrained. Okay. So I have a pen. Yeah. You can also do this with like a pencil that's got an eraser, but it's a nice flat spot here. It's fairly smooth. We'll see how that goes, but I'm going to attempt to add some polka dots here. This is me being semi-lazy, but also trying to be efficient. Oh yeah, that worked perfect. So of course I have the lid on. This is the tail or the butt of the pen, but it's such a perfect circle. And it's going so much faster than if I try to do it by myself with a brush, right? Again, this is the 30-minute lightning round. Although if I'm watching the time, it appears that we've gotten pretty far in just 15 minutes. So, you know, who's complaining? Not me. But that's great because we're getting the big chunks done so that we have time to really show off how to get the details on this and take it from cute to super cute. That's our goal, to help you have a fun, whimsical design that you can be proud of. And I don't know about you, but I absolutely love bragging rights. It always makes me so happy when people have created something that they love and they kind of get the bragging rights to say, look what I did. I never thought I'd be able to do that, but guess what? I did it. So I'm getting some of the dots on the bow or the knot as well. And I am going to go ahead and do some outlining on this in just a minute. And that's where kind of really our time is going to end up being used, is getting some of the detail outlines. And so I don't know if you're noticing this. I didn't really talk about it as I did it, but I can pretty much get 2 good dots per dip. And then I have to come back and dip again. If I do much more than that, I start to get like bald spots and funky things. There we go. Boop, boop. So for those of you who are watching, you know, we have a couple ways. You can have me do a paint party and I'll bring all the supplies. If you're like, no, I just want a paint kit. I want to kind of do this in my own time, or I just want to get together with my grandkids or my kids or, you know, family members, whatever. And, you know, Wendy, we don't really need you there because we can just watch your video. I can also provide art kits. In fact, while I'm giving this white just a minute to dry, I might as well show you guys one of the art kits that I've recently created. Now this one, we're doing a simple sunset design, so I didn't pre-trace or put any designs on the canvas, but it, whoops, you know, inside it comes with a canvas, a little palette just like mine. I absolutely love these palette things. They're so, so great. And of course you get, it comes with your own paper towels, so you don't have to mess with trying to find one. And then the little bag of all the good stuff. Now again, this one here is a sunset. And again, I'm just showing this off while we're waiting for the paint to dry. It of course will come with a little business card. And in fact, anyone who picks up a one of the art kits will also come with a little free tutorial card in it, just in case you feel like, oh, that was fun, I want to do some more. And I have some spare supplies. So then in this, we have all like the little paint packets. They're individually sealed. These things are great for shipping wherever. So those are some really fun sunset colors. And then of course it comes with all the brushes that are required for that particular design. So every design we do and every kit is going to be a little bit unique. However, it's always going to be customized too. So I've offered this butterfly here as a kit. This one, in fact, right here, I should show off, is one of the free tutorials. In fact, if you're really interested, just type tutorial in the comments, and I will go ahead and make sure that you get access to the link. And then, of course, I also have some exclusive members-only designs because I do have a painting membership, and those tend to be a little bit more complex, and they're a little bit harder to do in paint parties. But here's one of the exclusive member design ones. It's our dusky cactus. I just released that one earlier this week for my members. And we've done some crazy, insane mixed media paintings. This one's the birthday wedding cake. This was so much fun to do. Oh my goodness. All the insane colors. So let me just move that art kit stuff out of the way. Hopefully my paint's kind of done its thing. Your intermission is now over and we're coming back. All right, so since I'm here, we're going to get kind of to the outlining. So grabbing some white, going to add some little kind of highlights along each of the bits of coal for his mouth. It's almost like a little upside down smiley face. And what that is, so if you think about the light is coming from kind of actually from here, right? Because if it's blue over here, that's the shadow. So it's a little bit lighter here. And it's also coming from the top. And so you're going to get that little reflection, a bit of light along the top. And then we'll maybe do a little bit along the top of his carrot nose too. And instead of it being like a solid line, just kind of placing like dots, lines, blah, 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 kind of along the way. And then a few lines that kind of come down and should keep showing off that carrot nose. Let me see if I can bring that closer so you can kind of see what happened there. Yep. So overall it gives a nice effect. And then we'll take some of that white. Again, we'll kind of do a little bit across the top of the coal. Am I still centered? Yes, I am. Very good. Beep. Ta-da! See how much that little bit of white just pops the whole thing? I absolutely love that. So we'll do a little bit here as well. We'll do some kind of lines with the white along the top. And see, now that we've waited for it to dry, it shows up a little better and we don't get too much pink. So a couple of lines kind of surrounding the knot, the bow, the thingy. And then come around here, maybe a couple that kind of come out from the bow. And again, I'm not doing solid lines that go all the way, just little hints, little bits that sort of say, hey, we've got this thing going on. And from here, I'm going to offload my paint, rinse my brush, and we'll come back in with a little bit of black. And here we go. So again, if you're interested in any kind of a paint party or have questions, you can just ask them right here in the comments. I'll try to address them live if I can. If you want to talk to me more about art kits, or I can even send you with to-go kits and pre-recorded videos so you can literally just sit down, watch, have fun. Those are really great, if you want to work at your own time and don't want to feel, I don't want to say rushed, because, we don't rush you in a paint party. But if you feel that you want to paint at midnight, I don't know about you, but I paint a lot at midnight. I try not to, but inevitably I get some insane idea, and that's like, well, let me just test this out. Let me just see how this goes. So if you're at all like me, then you might really be happier with an art kit, because then you can just sit down and do it when it suits you versus having to show up at a certain time with everybody else. But again, that's two different things. Are you wanting to just do a project real quick, or are you looking for something social with your friends? I'm here to help you with either. So getting a little outline, kind of just fun, keeping it loose on the ribbon here, or not ribbon, it's the neck thing. The muffler, that's what they call it, right? I think. And so even on the ends here, it was a little bit rough in the red. I didn't have it perfect, but just coming over it with the lines kind of, and even getting outside and not having perfect lines, it still looks pretty cool. So again, if you have canvas or even just a wooden board, you could totally just paint the same guy. So there he is. There's our cute little snowman. And I'm looking at the time. It says we did it in 25 minutes. Not bad. But add a little bit of outline further to the nose here too. I don't want his nose to feel all like an outlier. So I'm keeping the black outline pretty gentle because we've got the brown in there already. Let's see, Holly asks, is the brush backwards? I don't think so. You mean for the outlines, or what do you mean, honey? Okay, there we are. Now he's a happy, happy guy. See, look at him, isn't he adorable? And the best part is I could totally flip this over and do like a stack of pumpkins. So that's why I really love this piece, because it will last you like the whole fall to winter Christmas season. So maybe if there's another time slot today, I'll attempt to, I'll attempt to do a pumpkin too. So the outlines, she asked, is the brush backwards? The outlines, it looks like the soft part is up. No, my brush here today just has like, has a barcode on it, but all the outlines I do with a soft part. But if you look at this brush here, it's actually it's a liner brush, so it's got a very long, skinny set of bristles. Here we go. Where's the camera? There it is. No, yes, there. And so I like it because it allows for very fluid lines. If you're using the tail, it tends to get a little bit kind of scrapier and funky. Okay, so now if we were to take this little hat I fashioned out of some, ooh, don't put in the paint, girl. Out of some fleece I found in my basement earlier today, because I thought, you know, Mr. Snowman wanted a cute fleecy hat. And again, if you guys want a tutorial on that, just let me know. Yeah, the sticker did get it right. It's confusing. So then we can just put this cute little fleecy hat on. And now he looks like a happy snowman. Look at him. He's my buddy. And literally this was no snow. Girl can't talk. I cut it like a large triangle, cut slits and just tied little knots all the way up to here, tied it, made a fringe, trimmed the fringe, and boom. Easy day. So we can do that in kind of any color. And the other thing I like about a hat like this is, you know, if we decide to do the other side with pumpkins and attach some kind of a stem, you can use the hat to kind of hide the stem part so that you really do have a totally versatile piece. Plus the hat comes off, so you can be like, voila, pumpkins. And if you really like the fringy thing, you could probably even get all fashionable and put the fringe up front. I don't know. What do you guys think? Is that ridiculous? It doesn't, well, I don't know. I'm so curious. I like it better with a fringe backwards. So there you go. I hope you guys had fun, and do let me know if you have any questions, or if you're interested in getting a snowman kit. I can certainly put those together. I can take some pre-orders now, or if you'd like me to come and do this with you, all the good things, or if you just want to pick, you have your supplies, but you just need to get a snowman, let me know. I can also order those for you. I get these from diverse woodworking. If you don't have a wholesale account, I can certainly purchase them for you. Otherwise, they really just sell as wholesale. So have a great day. I hope you guys are having a good time with the craft fair and having a wonderful July. And thanks for joining me for Christmas in July. Love you guys. See you later. And again, comments in the, questions in the comments if there's anything you want to know. I will answer it, and you can DM me as well. See ya.